Hey guys, I don't know if I'm live yet. Maybe I am. I guess I'll find out in 1 second. I just am truly grateful, I couldn't wait to today be ourselves, be comfortable where we are, right? And that's just going to have to be the way it is. I mean, look, we all have dealt with obstacles or um, even at times, made our own mistakes, right? Where, we don't want to put ourselves out there. We don't want to face what's out there, right? But it is a true test of our character, right? If we can every day start fresh with a daily reprieve from God, right? And show our spirit, show our face, right? And show up. And that says a lot to the group. That says a lot to everybody that not perfect in your life and you can still show up. And I think that that shows some character. And I don't really know exactly what. I don't really know exactly what to say on every situation. I don't even know what's really involved with every situation. I know that yesterday I was see a friend of mine and go out in the evening, and sometimes I'm kind of awake during the day, but I'll fall asleep for a couple hours here and there. There's a lot of people up overseas, and I get a lot of different kinds of um, a lot of different kinds of information. And wasn't really aware of too much that was going on. I know that there was probably some stuff going on, right? And it is what it is, right? Hey, Candace. Oh, wow. It's really good to see you. And Shepherd's voice. Look at that. I got all my super spiritual people up in here, right? And I think that's great. I mean, look, we're gonna reach a point with Jesus even said that the division. Okay, so let's say we're facing a lot of stuff with our friends. We have enemies coming after us. We got friends coming after us, right? I mean, and that's everybody in life, right? Let me speak generally about everybody, including me, right? Jesus even said it was going to be, mother against son, and daughter against father, and right, brother against sister, right? It's going to divide families, right? And we're not going to know when to forgive 70 times 7, when to stand firm, right? We're not going to know. Um, we're going to be tested to the very limits, right? This is the end times, right? There's no doubt that this is the end times. We're running out of time. I mean, I'm actually around looking for people to. Um, hey, how you doing, Gaining Wisdom? I'm glad you're here. He's got an ear out. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. An ear, ears to hear. Is that what that is? But I don't know. Well, so we're running out of time, and I'm looking for people. Like, I mean, I'm just like searching the whole YouTube for people with any kind of skills at all. In truth. And I ran into a couple people that were good. Um, that had very few subscribers. And I don't really know if that person wants me to promote their stuff, but a couple things I saw weren't that good, and then but some things I saw that were good. But like we all have, hey, need to connect. What's going on, buddy? And yeah, so it's just like um, we all need to act as a body, right? A body of Christ, right? if we can stay together and lick our wounds and show up, right? That's gonna be. I mean, we have to have character. We have to have spirit. We have to pray for wisdom. We have to pray for humility. We have to pray for patience. This is the time to start praying for these things that are hard to do, right? Sometimes we avoid praying for patience because we don't want to have to wait in line 2 hours at Walmart. Well, that's what happens when you pray for patience. You get tested, right? And you know this is where we are in life, right? And we all have different skills and different abilities and different spiritual intelligence, different mental intelligence, different. Um, some of us are smart, some of us are quick, some of us are detailed, some of us are very patient, some of us, we have to be together because the devil wants to split us apart any way they can, right? There's more than one Satan, right? A Satan is adversary, right? Is somebody that's against us, an accuser. Flat Earth Theta, man, like I'm seeing everybody show up here. That's great, and like I didn't have like a lot prepared today, for what I was gonna say. All I know is that um, we're at a point now where we got to get strong, and this is the thing, right? Like, okay, so I was thinking about this the other day, right? Like, I know I took some time off, right? And hey, Paula, I know I took some time off, and that kind of cost me some retention, as far as like I think I got like 1,200 subscribers now. I'm only getting 100 under 100 clicks, right? And it was more than that before. I took some time off, and then I took some time off for my health, right? And so two big gaps, right? And uh, God has given me a chat box full of 8 to 15 really strong Christians on their own that really aren't dependent on me. Each one of these people in here are fine without me, right? And so this is what God is trusting me with right now. And if I do well, right, with this group, right, if I do well with this, I'm going to get trusted with more responsibility. And this is not like what I don't know this, right, but this is what I feel when I pray to God, right? And my prayers have been like this lately, right? Because I'm trying to be humble about what I know. I'm trying to be humble about listening to other ideas that even if I know it's completely wrong from the start, I want to be patient. I want to hear it, even if it's uncomfortable. And I want to test everything that I know, right? And I want to be humble about things. And, uh, I just, I pray to God. I'm like, God, I just want to love you the best way that I can. I want desperately to be right, and there's so much deception, and there's really no one to like fully trust out there, and I don't want to be deceived, but I desperately want to do it the right way and call you the right name and be in and love you the right way and serve you the right way, and I trust me in my spirit I want to be perfect, like like I feel like I was created specifically to love God. That's all that's my purpose, right? And I have this flesh body, and I can't love God and serve God the way I want because this body won't let me be perfect. This body is fallible and corruptible, and it hurts and it's tired and it eats and it has to poop. I mean, it's disgusting to me. My flesh is disgusting, and I don't know if you guys feel this way, right? But like I love God so much, right? And and uh, and there are things that I do know, and there are things that I am dug in on, right? But I have to be very careful in these last days, right? It says a lot of times in the Bible not to be deceived, and I know that uh, it what makes it hard, right, is that I'd say I've been a Christian for probably 15 years, about maybe a little longer, I don't know, but for the last 4 years, I've only been on fire for the last 4 years, like I am right now, and I just want to say that it's deceiving to know that okay, I've been reading the Bible as hard as I can and as much as I can for the past um, 4 years, and I feel like I know a lot compared to most quote unquote Christians out there, right? And that's a deception, because there's people that know a ton more than me, a ton, right? 4 years is nothing, right? Hey, end times teacher, I'm going to give you a wrench, right? I'm going to trust you right off the bat here and see what happens, okay? Um, but I want to be trusting. I want to be forgiving. I want to be patient. And these are things that I hope that I'm doing right, you know? And yeah, sometimes it feels good when, there's somebody younger that I see as dedicated, right? And and it does help me when I see people that have gotten this thing later than me, right? It does help me when I run into people that agree with most of the things that I am seeing, right? But I'm prepared for any of it. I'm prepared for any of it. And so, what is that end times teacher you're saying to me? It says, what up, good servant? I'm a friend of T-Mog. Want to have a discussion? I mean, we can. I do owe more than a flame of discussion later today. So like I don't know. I got a couple. It's hard to fit everything in, but yeah, I mean, at some point, um, I'm not really friends with T-Mog now. I mean, not that I dislike him. I mean, he's made videos against me, I guess, and uh, I don't know why really. I mean, when I had him on my show, they were some of my best shows, but he believes in some things that are pretty sketchy, and I was afraid to put that out to people that trust me, and we agreed with a lot of things, but uh, I believe in faith alone salvation, faith alone in the work of Jesus Christ, and yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I really agree with everything, and then he didn't like that, and so we couldn't agree to disagree, I guess, and he made some videos about me. I didn't really respond, and I guess it went away, but hopefully me not hopefully me saying his name right now is not going to spawn more videos, because I don't know if he listens or not, but God bless him. I mean, he does study diligently. I mean, it to me it's sad that he's not seeing what I see everywhere, but um, I hope everything works out for him, and I hope that everybody makes it, well, I mean, I'm not against Jesus being any skin color. It wouldn't bother me either way. I don't really care. If he's darker skin, that's great, whatever, Um, yeah, these things don't, whatever it has to be, But the thing I disagreed with him about was he doesn't think that um, salvation is just faith in Jesus Christ, his sacrifice and his grace, right? And he thinks you have to live till the end, and only people alive at the end are going to be saved, and or be martyred. I don't know. That's that doesn't sound right to me. For somebody who reads the Bible a lot, there's a lot of verses in there that say we are saved by grace, and by the sacrifice of Jesus, and so I that's what I believe in, and so. Anybody that doesn't preach that same Jesus, let him be accursed, right? And so the preaching of the cross will be foolishness to those that are perishing, and be to the people that are saved. It'll be the power of God, and I think that is First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18. I'm not sure, but I think that's it. And I hate to paraphrase too. I wish I had my Bible out right now. But I was just going to give kind of an inspiring message, that, hey, AJ, I'm glad to see you, and love, hey, end times teacher, I'm glad you're here, I am. And I do want to have a discussion when, we'll figure it out. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Email me at goodservant22@gmail.com, or good servant show @yahoo.com. I haven't really heard of you. Well, kind of. I mean, T-Mog did some videos about you. I don't know. I mean, vaguely. But yeah, I've heard of you vaguely. I really don't know too much about you, but I'm willing to have a discussion with anybody, especially about God. It's my favorite thing to talk about. And so, back to what I was saying, my prayers, right, is always to like God, I want to love you the right way. If I'm doing it wrong, or if I'm calling you the wrong name, or if I'm believing in the wrong thing, or please God, know my heart, that all I want is to do everything right. And according to what I read, I have certain things that I think I know, and trust me, I with fear and trembling, right? I think about my salvation. I'm in fear of God when I think about my salvation, but I also know, right? It's more of a reverence, right? Because I love Him, because I know that it's His work that gets me into heaven and gets me into the kingdom, right? It's not my work, right? Nothing I can do could ever get me in. I don't belong there, right? It's only through the righteousness of Jesus Christ that qualify. It's only because He wants us there that we get to go. And just the thought that He wants to spend eternity with me and you guys. I mean, that's amazing, And I know that we all like to argue and stuff, and that's good. We're supposed to argue to sharpen each other up and to test all things, right? And keep an open mind to everything, right? And but there's so many people, I think, that read the Bible before they have their faith in God, and I think it says something different to people that don't have faith, that they want to read the Bible and then wait and see, and I think you have to. I mean, I don't know, right? But I think the Bible's like kind of a magical book in the sense that. I think it changes depending on what your view is, right? Your worldview, your faith level. I think it says different things to different people, right? And I'm still working on that, and I'm still learning every day. And the only reason that I'm even satisfied with what I know is because I know I'm going to crack that Bible open again, And I think that that's what we got to do, is be hungry to learn more, because listen, this is our life. Forget everything that we've accomplished or done, or anything we've achieved in life, right? None of it matters, right? The only thing that matters is God, right? We're here for His pleasure. I don't care if I accomplish anything or achieve anything for the rest of my life, you know? I mean, I guess the only things on earth I really care about is my friends here and my children, right? And I want to do that right. God has trusted me in a way where, you know, people seem to come near me, come around me. So like, you know, I have to be careful what I say. I have to be careful how I act. I have to walk the talk too, you know. And so I think that it's a blessing in that way, you know, because it keeps me sharp and acting right, and you know, it brings focus on me. But really in real life, right? Um, you know, the next place that we go is really where we belong. You know, that's really the place that's made for us, right? This world fell, and um, you know, we're just here to get through it, right? And there's a lot of deception. You know, at this point, you know, you'd have to say that there's a lot of deception and very, very few people that can see it. And see, like, I even have to test the fact that, like, maybe I'm crazy, right? But if we're all seeing the same lies and the same stuff and the same symbols, right, then I can't be crazy, right? It's like there is a small percentage of us that see everything. And yeah, it feels weird, man. It's like Twilight Zone, right? Because when we go out there in the world, we have to pretend things are real that aren't real. You know, we have to pretend things are real that aren't real just to get along in life. We have to, like, you know, uh, every time we crack open a beverage, we have to drink ingredients we don't understand. We have to eat food with ingredients we can't pronounce, right? That's opening a door and consenting to Satan every time. Like, we almost can't live without consenting somehow to the devil, you know? And yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure we're careful. We're probably the most careful out of everybody, but, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, don't let what goes in a man defile you. It's what comes out of a man, right? So I guess if we pray over everything, we're going to be all right. But, you know, we're at a point now where we really got to be super diligent, you know, and like, and aware that there's always some deception, right? And no matter how right you feel you are and how wrong you feel somebody else is, right? It's the desire to want to be right. It's your heart, you know? It's your heart. And that's what's going to bring you closer to God. That's what I think. I mean, look, I don't know anything more than anybody else. And trust me, we're equals in this. We're all in this crap together, you know? And, you know, everything that I am blessed with, I will share, you know, as far as knowledge or whatever. And everything that I'm cursed with, I'm going to ask you guys about because, I mean, there's so many things in this world, right, that we need to figure out. I will. Thank you so much, Acts 10:37. I mean, even if you can, hey, Zoom Truth, I'm gonna go ahead and give you I'm gonna go ahead and give you a, what do you call it? Make you blue in here. Um, do. No. I gotta figure out how to do this now. Sorry about the sounds I was making there. Um, okay, here we go. Yeah, I just want to make everyone blue so nobody gets, you know, so nobody gets blocked out to where they can't speak their mind, you know. And so, you know, hopefully that did it. I don't know. If it didn't, then I'll redo it. Um, but yeah, yeah, this is, this is what it is, you know. I mean, like I mean, I just want so bad, right, to be doing this thing right in life, and I have no idea, right? I thought that life was all about like, um, you know, um, what kind of you know, achievements we can do, what kind of trophies can we stack up. You know, school that I went to, you know, I have a little army career that I'm kind of proud of a little bit, you know, before I found out that we're the bad guys and I'm not a hero, You know, I mean, I bought into all that, right? That's just what I thought life was, right? And see, I was never pressured to believe in God as a kid, right? It was never really forced or told to me whether it was true or not. My mom believed it, but it wasn't something that she talked about that much, right? And so I didn't really get into God until my mid 20s. And even when I did believe in God, it was like, okay, well, God's a part of my life, spirituality, and I didn't really even buy in then. And then it was more like, okay, well, now God's a big part of my life because I needed him more. I felt more mortal, right, as I was getting older, right? And because I felt mortal at a young age because of all the injuries I went through, all the surgeries and stuff. I really felt mortal, like before I was 30. And so, like, um, then it became a bigger part of my life. But I mean, it wasn't until like 4 years ago. And see, that's where I relate to you, Zoom Truth. Is 4 years ago when all this flat Earth stuff came out and all that, right? Like that's when I was like, oh man, wait, hold on, give me that Bible. Let me crack this open and see what's going on, because that's when my faith, and I hate to admit it, yeah, I should have already had faith before flat Earth. Trust me, I get it. It's on me, right? I mean, I'm embarrassed to even say it, right? I should have already had faith in God, right? But I didn't have the faith that I have now. I mean, I did have faith in God. I believed, but I didn't believe like I believe now. Like, I mean, it's like I know it now. And uh, that's when I really started to pay attention, right? And it was like, man, like this is my life now. This is my life, and my responsibility, right, is trying to get my kids over that line, right? Well, I got one kid that's saved and one that's not, right? And here's the thing that's also hard, right, is to know that my kids are also people, right? they're individuals, right, that have their own decisions to make, right? And so I have to be okay with one of them not choosing the route that I want him to. And to be honest, was I ready for that at that age? No. I mean, I still thought that dinosaurs are real and all this other. I used to think that there were cavemen. That we discovered water and found out it was okay to drink. These are things I thought in my head, right? But in reality, my worldview shifted as I started to learn these lies and everything. So as much as I want to say that, like, yeah, I'm happy where I'm at, right? I'm 44 years old, right? And I've been diligently reading the Bible for 4 years. I've read most of the New Testament books, I don't know, 20, 30 times, right? But like, is that enough to brag about? Not really, right? Like, I've read through the whole Bible one time. And so, like, I don't know, right? Like I have a long way to go. And if this is the end, right? And these are the gifts that I have, right? Then I have to feel blessed that I'm one of the people that can see the truth, because I'd hate to be a zombie out there. Just go get the jab just so I could go to a ball game or go on an airplane or something like that. I would hate to be thinking that way at this point, right? But see, I probably would have been one of those people that had all the statistics of how the infection rate and all this stuff. I would have been like an expert at this uh, I can see myself on the other side of this, right? And that's what's scary to me. And this is what makes me kind of like wonder, like, God, why me? Like, why am I why did you pick me to believe and to get the grace and to be awake at this time in life, right? But I've also noticed there's not that many genuine people out there, right? And I guess the way that I've been able to kind of tell, I mean, I use all the truth topics as a filter, right? Like, how many people believe in flat Earth? How many people believe in, the trans agenda? How many people believe in fake news, how many people believe in the health stuff going on, right? Those are filters I use, right? But also like people that can't apologize, people that can't admit when they're wrong, right? That's a big sign that that's not like a real genuine that's like NPC behavior, even though I don't know if I believe in NPCs, you know? And so when people are when people are able to admit that they're wrong and work on things with me, that's when I know, okay, I'm dealing with a genuine person, and it's very rare. Probably the people in this chat, right? Because all I speak is truth, right? I don't try to widen the gate to be like, oh yeah, it's okay, believe in whatever you want. I really don't care about having more people in the chat. Like I do want more people in the chat, but I want them to come in one at a time, right? So that it's just people that want to hear the truth, and we can kind of like help them out, right? I don't want 40 new people to come in and push the 10 out that are people that are like a backbone to this chat. And so, yeah, I have kind of a plan. When I pray about it, this is kind of like what I feel I need to do. I stay pretty active. You know, I don't debate flat Earth here because flat Earth is just a fact. I mean, it's incontrovertible at this point to me, right? The thing in New York, that's incontrovertible, right? All the stuff, right? Like, there is no truth topic that I won't accept here. And so, like, if you don't believe in conspiracies, right, then I have no idea where you've been living. Like, I'm pretty sure ever since there was two people, there was a conspiracy. And so, this is just where I'm at with all this stuff, right? And see, I learn more from you guys, right? There's more biblical knowledge in each one of you guys probably than in me. And so, yeah, okay, whatever. I can talk a little bit, whatever. But who cares, right? I'm not even really all that great at it, right? But whatever. So you guys are here, and I can learn so much from you. And trust me, the people that find this chat, it's hard to find this chat. It's not like, promoted or whatever. You got to go through a lot of truth channels to find out who's believes in all the truth and Jesus. And, it's hard to find a guy like that, right? So, hey, look, if people find this place one at a time, hey, God bless them, man. Maybe we can help them. Maybe they can help us, right? And, there's a lot of really smart women in this group here, too. And I think that's important for people to see, right? Like, I think that in this chat, I mean, like, there is no, like, struggle for equality in this chat, right? I mean, we're, we're all people that believe in what things that are true. Because that's how we got in this mess. I think from the beginning of time, man, just the rejection of the truth and wanting to define good and evil on our own. Every year, we're redefining what's good and bad, right? And things that weren't acceptable 20 years ago are acceptable now. And it's hey, who am I to say what's right and wrong? I don't even feel comfortable saying what's right and wrong. God defines that, right? And so everybody can read the Bible and figure it out, right? I'm not the enforcer of the rules, right? I don't have a badge, and I don't work, you know what I mean? Like, I work for God in the way where what he wants me to do. I feel called to do this. I don't feel called to teach the Bible, but I feel called to talk about God, right? Because I mean, this is what we're going to need to get out of here. I mean, we're in something that we need to get out of. I mean, that's just reality, right? And so before I really start rambling around, if I don't keep this under 40 minutes, no one will click on it. So I got to think about that too. I mean, I love it when it's going like this. I could really man, trust me, I want to keep it going for an hour. But I love you guys so much, right? And here's the reality, right? Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace, because none of us deserve it, you know. And we're gonna go to a very good place where we're gonna have everlasting contentment, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you guys. I love you guys. That's real. That's reality, right? I mean that. And so You know, I might not always be right, but I'm always real. And if you can't tell I'm genuine, then I don't know. I have no idea what your discernment is like, you know. But I'm being as genuine as I can be, you know. And so thank you very much for coming. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. God bless.